In this video, I'm going to show how to use logic gates. Logic gates can be used if you want to connect multiple power sources to one powerable object. First, let's create a bit more space in this level by reducing the wall size. Then I'm going to move my pressure plate to this side. And I'll add another power object, which will be the power timer. The power timer gives power to an object, but only at certain intervals. You can see there's an on duration and off duration, which can be changed. What you'll see though, if I connect this power timer to the gate, it disconnects the pressure plate. And again, if I try to connect the pressure plate, it disconnects the power timer. If I want both of these to influence the gate, I'm going to have to create a logic gate. And there we have it. This logic gate requires two inputs and gives one output. So I'm going to connect this logic gate over to this power source. And I'm going to connect this power timer on the other end. And then again, the output goes to this gate. Now, as I can see, the logic gate is set to two AND symbols, which means that both of these have to give power for it to output power. Let's take a look. Actually, I'll move this a little bit to the side. As you can see, every second the power timer gives power, but nothing happens with the gate because there's no power on the left side. I'm just going to drive over the pressure gate, and as you see, the output is on when both of these are on. I can also set up the logic gate a little different with the OR type. Now, if only one of these two provides power, the final output will also provide power. Let's test that as well. I can see the gate opening every second because this is providing power. If I drive the beetle over the pressure plate, it will always remain open because this is always providing power.